Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So in the last video I talked about the post-traumatic disorder. That is, I'm divided into two categories. That is, first one is behavioral science and the physical science. So physical science I've explained in the previous video. I will mention the link in the description box. Okay, so you can go and check that. But over here I'll talk about the behaviors. Now, as we with all this complete series, we understood that there are trauma experience in the utero very well. There are multiple traumas which I have experienced. Okay, so what was my behavior? What was my behavior? There are multiple things, with this PTSD, but over here I'm trying to just cover up the points which I have experienced in the utero. Okay, so I'll talk about the behaviors what I have shown after I was born. Like, I'm talking about the period of just 0 to 3 months. 0 to 3 months. Okay, so obviously the very first sign I will talk about is the from where I should begin. Basically, it's like from the 0 to 3 months, but it is definitely being carried forward in the later life also, like in the later years of my life also. So I cannot specifically say 0 to 3 months, but physical signs were for the 0 to 3 months. So after 3 months, what I have started showing is behaviors exactly. That is the separation anxiety or clinginess. I was very known for this, that I never used to leave my mother or my guardians. I never used to leave them. The moment they get up, I used to get up. The moment they are relaxed, I am relaxed. And I used to feel scared, like, there's something missing. If I don't see my mother anywhere, I used to feel a lot of stress. Basically, that was a kind of, a kind of a pain or fear that got engraved in me, which happened to, went with me for a longer years, which I will explain in the furthermore series. Because the traumas which you face in your early childhood always stays with you. So trust me guys, it always stays with you. So yeah, separation anxiety or clinginess, that was definitely a sign with me when I was a child. Everybody have complained about it, that she don't leave her mother, she's always after her, she cry a lot. Yeah, so that was one of the signs which I have shown in my behavior, that is the PTSD in babies. Second, I would say is lack of emotional regulation. Yes, a lot. A lot means a lot. It has hampered me like anything. I was not able to express my feelings to anyone, any moment, anytime, and this is somewhere lingering inside me till now. I'll talk about more traumas which I have got in my between the age of from you can say 3 to 7 or 7 to 14. I'll make videos on that too. So, but these are the things which the traumas experienced in the utero have brought, engraved these things. This caused the behavior in me in my later life. So second was, I was talking about lack of emotional regulation. Yes, I really don't have enough of words to explain this, but yes, emotional regulation, I was very bad at it. I was not able to understand my emotions. I was not able to understand someone else's emotions. I was not able to handle my own emotions, like how to react, how to behave emotionally. I was very, very bad at it. Now, next is low self-esteem. yes, I have suffered a lot of low self-esteem because I never used to leave my mother, my guardian basically. I'll explain you in my next video about my guardians and everybody. So low self-esteem, yes, as a child I was very limited to my space. I don't used to much go out much. uh, you know I used to feel myself like, this something missing. What if I do this? What if I do that? Is it going to be worth? Will I be accepted? So these were the questions were coming in my mind in my early childhood. So this was all from the uterus which I have got. And next is, obviously if I have a low self-esteem and if I'm not able to regulate my emotions, so there I come to my next point is impaired capacity to form healthy attachments with others. Obviously I was not able to do that. Yes, I was not able to do that because I was always doubtful about everything and anything, like, yeah, what if not. So these were the things which I have experienced a lot because of my traumas. So this was my behavior in early childhood as well. And yeah, so these were the things which I have basically experienced because of the trauma experienced in the utero. So yeah guys, it's very true that these traumas starts taking place inside the womb itself. So it's not like after certain age a child is able to understand things. No, the child is able to understand each and everything from within the womb. That is what we say, that a healthy mother gives a birth to a healthy child. So a mother should be well nourished emotionally, physically, mentally, in all the areas. I totally understand there can be a unplanned what do you say pregnancies. I totally understand, but please make sure that don't cause harm to yourself. If you find that this situation cannot be aborted or can't be taken rid of, then please accept it. Not after the child has come out, but before that, so that the child is under a great womb and experiencing a great nourishment in all the areas. Because if the woman or the mother is not happy, not physically fit, then ultimately the child which is coming to this world is not going to be fit. So yeah, that was my complete series on the traumas experienced in utero. In the next video I will definitely explain you about how things can be sorted once the child has experienced trauma in the utero, because 9-month journey is a very big journey and a lot can happen in that time. But after the child is outside in the world, then also things can be recovered and regained, so as it does not cause any much more long lasting effect on the child's life. Okay, so take care, stay blessed and stay tuned. Goodbye.